Hi, Cardinal signs. Welcome to my new moon reading. You, Cardinal signs, are the initiators of the zodiac. Each one of you begins a new season. So Aries, you begin the spring. Cancer, you begin the summer. Libra, you begin the autumn. And Capricorn, you begin the winter. And each one of you is quite bossy, forceful personality. I mean that as the boss, not bossy as boastful and nasty. But you do take the lead, and you do like to take the lead. I'd say people's ideas spark off yours. With the mutables, which I've just dealt with, they're so easy to fall in love with each other, whilst cardinal signs don't fall in love with each other so easily. They don't always get on with each other that well as a group, but they share the same traits, obviously. And Cancer, it's your time, because this is a Cancer new moon. And of course, the moon is the ruler of Cancer, so it makes it even more beautiful. This placement is very powerful. It's a very strong energy and is connected greatly with family and love. And not only your own nuclear family, your partner, your children, your parents, but also the global family. And I've been saying that to the mutable signs. Hence, we have a real appreciation of what's going on in the world at the moment, the issues regarding the planet, trees, pollution, ocean pollution, plastic in the oceans, animals becoming extinct, global warming. And all the signs are going to be taking an awful lot of care in those areas and devoting time to the discovery and the reasons and why we have to do certain things to control it before it controls us completely. Mother Nature is showing her anger in many ways at various times. So I think the cardinal signs do take a lead in this program, and that they do initiate a lot of work in the next year particularly, and in the next decade towards this. So the cardinal signs have been greatly influenced by Neptune. Neptune has been standing still until yesterday, the day before the new moon. So that was the 28th, when it went into retrograde. And that brought a sense of real tiredness to the cardinal signs, and particularly earth signs, I would say, but the cardinal signs. And the crab is a animal of both land and earth, and I think there's going to be a lot more cardinal involvement with land and earth activities. They're the people of the earth, so to speak, and you're going to find yourselves at one with nature much more. I'm going to do a separate reading for Aries, for Cancer, for Libra and for Capricorn. They're quite short, but if you want a longer reading, please go to my separate readings. I prefer to do readings in groups with the traits, with the feel, with the energy that's taking place in the universe and in the movement of planets. So that's why I choose either to do the signs like the air, water, fire and earth, or whether I go for the quality of mutable, cardinal and fixed, which is what I've chosen for this new moon, because it really shows its influence over these groups that share the same traits. So let's get going on Aries' reading. Well, Aries, you're a fire sign, as you know, and it's your emerald year. This is the year where you have to prove to Jupiter that you can do certain things. You've got to put a lot of energy and a lot of effort into your basket. I always refer to it as a basket. plant your seeds so they will bloom next year to give you the results and presents. But you've got a lot of encouragement this year to do that. The placements are just right for you to push yourself and to excel in the areas that are very good for you. Let's look at your past, present and future. A lot of that is going to depend on your personality, Aries. Not all Aries people are going to resonate. It's not, this reading is not going to resonate with all of them. But certainly you are the master of certain situations, and you're also the master of some certain situations that have gone wrong. And I think some of you will agree with that. If you look back, if you could say, I wish I hadn't done that breakup or that situation may never have arisen. The breakup with a lover, a soulmate, the breakup with some friends. It's been a very easy time for you to fall out with friends over the last few years. You've fallen out with quite a few, even possibly family members. You've had a very fiery time. So the one significant breakup has been that of a soulmate, and that soulmate may come back in, because this is the year of love. It started with Taurus season, May the 10th, and it's the year of love for all the signs. Possibly not as strongly as it is for Sagittarius, because Jupiter is in their house of true love. But for everybody, there is a love addition to this year that has not been there before. And Aries, you may see a soulmate connection coming back, because this is the season, Cancer season, the season of soul connections, discovering your own soul, the connection between your body and your soul, seeing the connection between your soul as being just, your body being just a vehicle for your own soul, your soul being a more important part of you than any other part of your body, and you're actually listening to your gut, which is linked to your soul much more now. And this is the season when you're going to do that. So let's get on with your reading and take 3 cards, one for your past, one for your present, and one for your future. Sarah Elizabeth, if you could guide that. So Aries gets the correct cards, please. Here we've got the Knight of Wands. Here we've got the 10 of Cups. And here we've got the 6 of Swords. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Cups. Okay. So I'm going to take that as well, because I wanted to was directed to look at that. Now, your Knight of Wands, that's probably the person you let go. And I do think it was probably your fault more than the other person's. Not being mean about that. That person was charming, self-confident, passionate, but you probably overruled him on many an occasion, or her. And so the Knight of Wands went. The Knight of Wands has remained in your heart, however, and you have dreamt about the happiness, the reunion, the having the family situation back with this person. Maybe you have a child with this person. You've dreamt of that. And there's a strong possibility of that happening, because you can feel it. You can feel it. This is your emerald year. Here we have the 6 of Swords, and it was letting go, a lot of hatred, letting go of the hatred you had for people, even that Knight of Wands, for friends that you've fallen out with. You can have, or the person that this is resonating with can feel a lot of hatred. That's going to be the biggest change this year for you. That sort of sense of hatred is going to go. But you're letting go of the hatred you felt for certain people and moving forwards now, which of course creates a healing in yourself, because unless you stop hating, the balance for yourself will not come right. So you have to look at all sides of the coin, where you were responsible as well as them. If negative people have treated you badly, then they should go forever. You should not have anything to do with them. And possibly some breakages are not easy to correct and probably won't be. But anyway, this card I took from the bottom of the deck. I was told to take the 9 of Cups. These are the wishes coming true, fulfilled dreams, prosperous days ahead, prosperity, abundance. And you are sitting there quite comfortably in your chair, knowing those cups are being filled. You are changing so that you deserve those cups. These are going to come at the end of your emerald year. That's why I took that 4th card for you, because that's May the 10th next year. When Jupiter goes out of Aries, you will have hopefully planted enough seeds in that basket or filled those 9 cups so that you have a brighter future than you have had the last few years. It has been quite solitary. Gemini season was very solitary for you, Aries, and I would say the pandemic has been very solitary for you, and possibly a period of depression, having to stay in possibly quite you know, homes are our sanctuary, whether they're big, small, or whatever. But your home wasn't your sanctuary somehow. You didn't make it into a sanctuary. I think this emerald year will see that happening. You are represented by the dragon over there, because you are a bit of a dragon, but a beautiful one, that you can breathe fire over people very quickly. But the dragon will protect you on your journey, and I think your fire is going to become less heated, less fiery. You will never become a less fiery person, Aries. You're a fire sign, and air signs are very good for you because they boost your fire. They boost your fire. So if you're with an air sign or find an air sign, that's a very, very good compatible match for you. But the fire's going to be a sweeter burning fire. It's going to smell sweeter. Let's take 3 cards for you. Well, here we've got the Queen of Fire, and it doesn't matter what gender you are, male or female, we are talking about the divine feminine here. Confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. These are your cards now. These are your cards for moving forwards. You've got the World here. A job well done. Joy, contentment and gratitude. The path towards enlightenment. You are changing. That fire is becoming a less scary fire, not one that will rampage through a whole building and burn it down, but a fire that will warm the inside, warm the people in it, and keep them all cozy and happy. So that's so important. And here we've got the Ace of Water. It's brilliant to get an ace card because it's the beginning, and the ace cards are so powerful. I make them as important as the major arcana. Here's one for falling in love, Ace of Water, falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, that soulmate coming back. If that soulmate can be, it can be repaired. There was a lot of nastiness going on in that breakup, a lot of bad things said, but if all that can be repaired, there will be a beautiful spiritual growth and an enhanced sort of happiness in that relationship. You will have a different feel for it. Your intuition will be much stronger and more solid towards that. And you could even have a new home with your soulmate. So that will be your real sanctuary, your proper sanctuary. So I'm very happy with those cards. Let's take some Oracle Wisdom cards for you, Aries. In your beautiful emerald year, in this new moon energy, that's going to give you a lot. You know, you felt the exhaustion of Neptune being still and then Neptune going retrograde, and now you're beginning to wake up. You're beginning to have a feeling of revitalization, and your body's going to start looking better, your skin's starting to look better, you will feel better, and you're ready to go into your emerald year full swing. It's been here since May the 10th, but this is the period you're going to take most advantage with it. So here we go. Here we've got rejection. You felt a great rejection. Even though you probably initiated that breakup, you felt a great rejection because you felt the person should have fought harder for you. But the person just decided to go away. He felt he couldn't, or she felt they couldn't take any more. Here you felt a lot of confusion because of that, and that confusion still is there today, a foggy confusion regarding this person, what they felt for you, how they feel now. You're not in communication with this person, I don't think, unless he is a parent of a child that's also yours, and then you may have had to have this sort of communication, but communication's been stiff or none at all. And here we've got perseverance. You're going to, so from rejection and confusion, you're now feeling a sort of perseverance and picking yourself up, in getting yourself dressed up, in stepping out, in being part of the crowd, in being the stander outer of the crowd, and of possibly persevering in making contact with this person, because I'm not sure who's going to make contact, him or her or you. And here you're taking on your self-worth now. You're showing your emerald year basket that you are worthy of good things. You are grateful for what you've had. You are grateful for the good health. You are grateful for what you have in terms of children, family and job. And now you appreciate your self-worth. You know you are worth much more. And there's going to be a lot of forgiveness in this relationship mending. If it can't be mended, you're going to meet someone else, because I think other seeds are going to be laid down in your emerald year. Let's take a energy oracle card. These are the most important cards for me on a new moon, because they really give off the new moon energy and they speak the biggest truth, in my opinion. So can we have the cards for Aries, please, Sarah Elizabeth? Let them talk to us and give Aries the advice that they need. Aries, here we are. You are becoming the thinking woman, or your woman will be the thinking woman. These are not really for gender. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, or trans. I work for everyone. But the thinking woman is someone who's very feminine, has got the divine feminine all wrapped up, thinks before she talks. And Aries, if you're a woman, you are moving into this sort of frame. You are not just blabbing out anymore what comes into your head. You are charming, but you're going to give it more serious thought. Look at that beautiful face. It's serene, it's thoughtful, and it carries a sort of serenity about it, where the butterflies fluttering, and it's a totally beautiful face with lots of thought and feeling in it. And that's how Aries women are going to be, or the women of the Aries men. Here we have action. You are going to be moving quite fast this year in your emerald year. You are going to be taking things not at a slow pace. Even though you're going to put a lot of thought into things, you are definitely acting. Action is going to be paramount for you. And here we've got the angel of balance. You know how important it is to be balanced, to get a good balance between home life, work life, social life. And I think in the past, you gave too much importance to social life. I think it was out of balance. You didn't give enough time to all the other elements, which may have contributed to the breakup that you had but you're going to have that angel of balance. Look at those pyramids. They're perfectly balanced with each other. And this angel is bringing it in for you. Let's take one of these cards. I love all my decks. I have very many cards. When I do a separate reading for the signs, then I do a reading from most of my decks, but I don't have time for that, so I'm just choosing the ones that I'm most familiar with. My dog's snoring in the background, if you can hear. Okay, here we have this card, Sweetness. It's going to be very sweet for you. A mother. So there's something about your mother in this situation, or you are a mother and you're going to put a lot of importance on your children. Here we've got Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus. Here, your own mother could be having a problem and you're caring for her, or you are the mother of children who you need to prioritize. Maybe you're going to be questioning yourself and asking how important you have prioritized them before. There's going to come a lot of sweetness. You're going to become a much sweeter person. You're going to be very sweet to those you care for, those you're responsible for. They're symbols here, the animals, but you are going to be adored and you will show a sweetness that you have never shown before. And optimism, you're going to have a great optimistic attitude towards life. You will walk up those stairs which lead to basically the clouds on thin air, full of confidence and optimism. So your emerald year is going to go very well, Aries, I would say. Okay, there we go. I can't take one until Blessing in Disguise. So let's read this and see what it says. A blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolved. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So here we've got this angel and she's saying, okay, what has happened is a blessing in disguise. One, it may make you appreciate it if you get the chance to have that experience again, so that the first time you made loads of mistakes and the second time you will not, or that it was a blessing in disguise and the parting of the ways was necessary, not only with a partner, but maybe with a job, that the parting of the ways was necessary, and maybe one door closes, another one opens. This will become clear to you, definitely. I'm going to take one playing card. I started off with my small tarot cards and playing cards, and then I left the playing cards for many years, but I just realised how powerful the playing cards were. Let's take one for Aries. And I've done a whole reading. My first reading for all signs of the new moon was just playing cards. So if you want to see how playing cards work or what they mean, do go to that first new moon reading for all signs. Okay, Aries, what have we got for you? Clubs. We've got the 10 of clubs, and this is a card that promises your improvement in your circumstances. It promises unexpected financial gain. It promises work. It promises money, possibly through a business legacy or through an inheritance. It also, not only is there money coming in if you use your emerald year properly, but big gains in a great trip, meeting someone, and like we said, could possibly be your ex, but it will be someone who will really benefit you, and your journey will definitely end, your emerald year journey will definitely end on a beautiful note. Right, we're going to move on to Cancer now. If you enjoyed that, Aries, please like, share and subscribe. Let's move on to Cancer now. Cancer, your past, present and future. Let's see what we have for you here. Sarah Elizabeth, if you could give us 3 cards for Cancer. Well, this is your new moon, Cancer. It's your season, it's your birthday season. Happy birthday to you. And also, it's a time for you to connect with your spirit ancestors the most out of all the cardinal signs. They're watching you, they're taking care of you. You've had quite a rumbustious past, Cancer. Possibly some of you, the ones that this reading will resonate with, possibly have anger management issues. You've had angry bursts. Aries has been a bit the same, but Cancer even more pronounced. You've had attacks of sort of feeling not any feelings of self-worth, where you've almost hated yourself. There's been a lot of self-hate going on, a lot of sort of sabotage, self-sabotage. You've been the sort of person, this won't resonate with everyone, but you've been the sort of person that wouldn't be invited to something because you were unpredictable. That's all changing. That's virtually changed, I think, since Neptune and Mercury met in April, on April the 12th. That conjunction had an enormous effect on Cancer people. I would say it had an enormous effect on the cardinal signs, but because it was in Pisces, and it hadn't happened since the 1920s, and it's possibly not going to happen again. But there was a shift in feeling, a shift in personality, a shift in understanding, a shift and movement in the way people connected to their soul, to their higher self, and you definitely responded to that, Cancer. Let's take 3 cards for you. Well, the first one is the 5 of Cups. The second one is the 6 of Cups. And the third one, it's really weird, is the 7 of Cups. So we've just had the cups here for you, and they've been well shuffled. The bottom of the deck is also a cup, and this is the 4 of Cups, which I'm going to put there because they've literally, the bottom of the deck had the 4. They were at the top of the deck. That's quite extraordinary. So the 4, let's go to that because they wanted me to take it, shows you in a very depressed state. You were depressed, you missed opportunities, you felt stuck. And that was mostly because of yourself sitting there cross-legged and not budging, not accepting any cup from anyone. And if they gave it you, you'd probably knock it over or drink it all and get drunk, possibly. The ones that, the Cancers that this reading is for. Number 5 of the Cups. You've experienced a great deal of sadness, a great deal of loss, a great deal of loneliness, possibly lost a lot, connections with soulmates, connections with a partner, connections with the father of the children, even the children. So look at you, they're all sad and gloomy, and the cups are all on the floor, and 3 of them are completely spilt. They've been spilt to never be filled again, those 3. 2 are still standing. And here we've got the 6 of Cups. And here we've got a more playful, more nostalgic, more carefree situation coming in. You are freeing yourself from that feeling of self-sabotage. You are freeing yourself from not feeling you are worthy. You are now growing in stature. Some of you might be quite small, Thumbelina-like, but you will grow to the heights of Goliath, because you will feel this enormous strength overcoming you and taking over. And you will be the person who will be invited. You will stand out in the community. You will be enlightened, and your respect will be growing so highly. People will really respect you, Cancer. That will be the biggest difference. Some money will come in, some job prospects, some career prospect. But something's going to happen which jolts you into a different, if we've got a hierarchical system, jumps you right up to the top of the hierarchy from being right at the bottom. And here we've got abundance, optimistic future, lots of choices. Here we've got the 7 of Cups, and look, they're all full of gifts. There's so many choices, so many opportunities for you, and you are gonna be in awe of it all. You're gonna think, it's all for me. What do I choose? What do I choose? Well, you might not have to choose. I think you can have it all. I think you can have it all, Cancer. Let's go and take one of these for you. If you want to know more about what Jupiter in Aries is doing for your house that Jupiter's settled into, then go to my individual reading. Cancer, here we've got fresh air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants and flowers. Spend time outside as near to Mother Nature. You're going to find yourselves being outdoors much more, Cancer, than ever before. You're going to spend time with your children if you have children, walking in the outdoors. You're going to be you're going to be playful. You're going to get your children outdoors. If you haven't got children, there will be children coming. This is a very fertile time for Cancerians. Let's see what the Oracle energy cards hold for you. Sarah Elizabeth, can you guide us in the correct way, please? I've still got my summer solstice petals from my rose in my pink sachet, and things are slowly coming true. And I've got my wishes for my new moon underneath the sachet on a piece of paper. My candles are there, one for north, west, east and south, and also for fire, air, water and earth. And Cancer, you have the Pegasus representing you. No, you have the turtle. What am I talking about? You have the turtle representing you today, the spirit turtle, which is really telling us how closely you are aligned to spirits. You know, past members of your family that are in spirit and your spirit guides, adjacent possibilities, lots of possibilities, lots of doors being opened for you, lots of doors to be opened, let's put it that way. Yeah, let's take the top one here. Jesus, the healer of all ages, is working on your behalf. Whatever religion you are, whatever you believe in, Allah or Jesus, Buddha, they're working on your behalf. They're bringing healing to you, which is so essential for you moving forwards. And here, those hostilities that you've had in the past, those hostilities are going to be solved. The hostile situation is going to be cut through. The guy with the sword there, he's not coming to get you. He's helping you kill the hostilities. The skull or the devil or the demons that have been there for you, they're going to be sorted. They're going to be cut through. Let's take one more of these for you. Caring connections are coming for you, Cancer. They're very sweet. Look at these two people, totally in tune with each other. The energy is just perfect. So just wait for that to come along and set your world on fire. This Cancer new moon is yours. This season is yours. Connection with soul is taking place. A connection with nature. Big connections with both of those. The soul the most. Let's take 3 Angel Tarot cards for you. Here we've got 6 of Earth. Gifts of money, time or effort. New career opportunities, receiving a loan or paying off debts. So that's looking good. That's a good start for you for this present moment in time. 6 of Earth. Next we've got the 8 of Air. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So sometimes you will find those old feelings, those old situations creeping back in, but you can't let them in. The new you is moving forwards. You're not going to let them back in. You don't want to be trapped in that illusion. That you had that illusion of being trapped. You don't want to be trapped there anymore. You want to be free. You want to not be someone who's holding yourself to ransom, feeling that you failed. You're lacking in self-confidence. You want your confidence to boom, and it will. Here, 9 of Air, everything, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. You have looked at life, and I think the cups indicated that in that previous deck. You have looked at life with a cup half empty. You're going to start looking at it with a cup half full. So, you know, you've prophesized, oh, this is going to be terrible. Oh, this is going to get worse. Oh, he's going to really treat me badly. Looking at the worst things of and not always sleeping well. Well, that's going to change as well. Once we get from Cancer season to Leo, we're going to have a transition which might be a bit difficult for you to move through, but you will move through it and then hit Leo season with a really happy stance. Let's take one more for you. Page of Earth, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Basically, this is saying an area of stability is coming in. You are going to become more scholarly, more dependable, more patient, more successful, and you're going to bring those qualities to your work, to your home life, to being the new person that you are. No one wants to be new. You were lovely before, but we've ironed out, hopefully, the edges and made yourself the person that you want to be. Take one of these for you, Cancer, before we move on to Libra. Here, Cancer, you're going to find a situation where you want to commit, not only in love, but in work, commit in the community to being a better person, commit to your children. There's going to be a big way of commitment within you and for you and through you, and commitment is going to be your new key word. There's no doubts about that. Let's take some Wisdom Oracle cards. At that long, long road that you're going to be going on. Long, long, beautiful road to a beautiful castle at the end of it, where you'll be treated like a princess. And if you're a man, you'll be treating your lady to being a princess. Where else do you take a princess but to a castle? Okay, let's take a few of these. Sarah, Elizabeth, can you get these cards to speak to Cancer, please. Instinct. You're going to use your instinct. You're going to be much more like the lone wolf, the white lone wolf than ever before. And it's going to show. It's going to show in the way you prowl around, the way you walk around, the way you look at things. Your instinct is going to be very strong. You're going to get it straight away about people. It won't take long for you to work them out. And quest, you're going to be on a quest for knowledge, a quest for power, a quest for relationship success. You're going to have a quest for life and growth. Cancer, you're going to grow. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please like, share and subscribe if you have. Okay, now we're going to go to Libra. Libra, if you have seen my individual readings for you and you are resonating with my readings, it feels like the story is still continuing. I'm talking to the Libras I did before. So please forgive me if this does not suit you. Look at your other placements and look at those. Libra I'm talking to has been in a very loveless relationship. One that has been there for only one solitary reason: security. Security for the child, security for herself financially, security for the mother, security for a life that may be boring but safe. Well, Libra, you are now thinking, I hate that. I don't want to live like that anymore. I'm really sad about myself, and it's reflecting in your appearance. It's reflecting in the way you go about things. It's reflecting in the way you socialize with people. It's reflecting in the way you communicate with people. Maybe you don't ring people so much anymore. Maybe you've now got locked in this little world of an unrealistic illusion of life, and you don't want it anymore. And so Libra, you're going to be stepping right out of that and saying, I want love. Maybe you build to, you're certainly the ones I'm talking to in a committed bond, but it's not a sexual committed bond. It's not intimate. It's like two people working together, putting their finances together, creating a nice stable home for possibly children you have together, or one child. And parents, the more the merrier. You don't want to be alone, so the more people in this relationship, the better. Well, it's going to be different. You're either going to come together or you're going to let go, because you can't live like that forever. You're not feeding your soul with love. You're draining it dry. Let's see what the cards say. Well, your first card here is the moon. The second card here is the sun. And the third card here is the Ace of Wands. So you've got some brilliant cards. And your bottom card is the Six of Wands. So Libra, you've got some absolutely fabulous cards here. So the moon, this is the Cancer moon. This is a new moon. And look at the dog barking at it. The dog's saying, the crab's jumping into the water. The dog's barking at the moon and going, I want you to change things. I'm not happy with the way they are. And the crab's jumping from the land into the water because it wants to get away from the security or the feeling the land is giving it. And that's what you're going to be like that crab. You've been barking at the moon. You've been barking at life. And you're jumping into that water like the crab now to get away. So this really shows the fears, the anxiety that's been going on in your life, the delusion, the confusion, the letting your emotions take control, but suppressing any talking about them. Self-deception, you've been living in self-deception. Being really not in tune with reality and how real people can live. It's not a real situation for the people I'm resonating this reading for. And you're hiding truths, and now you can't do that anymore. As that crab jumps into the water, you're going to dig deeper to find out the truth. You're going to go deeper into the water to find out that truth, and it won't leave you alone. So next we've got the sun. Well, everybody loves the sun, and Libra, you love the sun, and it's now. So that was your past. This is your present, as is coming up now from this new moon onwards. You're feeling the sun on you. You're starting to feel your self-worth. You're starting to look towards the sun to bring you happiness. You're sitting on that horse going, yay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to happiness. It's going to take a bit of time. It's not going to be easy, but fulfillment is coming. Prosperity is coming. If you've had a bad time, this is saying things will get better. Look on the bright side of life. Remind yourself hard times don't last forever. And all the learning you've been doing, all the learning tools you've received, you can now use to sort out this situation. Put your past behind you. Discuss and walk towards brighter days. Walk towards a better future. Walk towards great things being in store for you. Turn your head like the sunflower would. Look, we've got all those sunflowers there. Turn your head like the sunflower would to the sun, and your person will come. The person that you want to be with, or the person that's hidden in disguise in this home situation, will become your sunshine. Your sunshine is only a step away. It's either coming, or is the person you're with right now. They will become your sunshine, and you will never want to lose that sunshine again. Ace of Wands, ace cards are my favourite cards. And here you've got a fresh start. You really have a fresh start coming. You're going to start becoming more creative. You're going to start becoming more optimistic, enthusiastic. I think enthusiasm's been the thing that's been missing in your life. Well, enthusiasm is coming in. They're bringing it in with the wind, and they're definitely going to shake it about and wave that magic wand to create more magic in your life. And then this one was at the bottom of the deck. I always turn the deck upside down if Sarah Elizabeth tells me to. And this one's victory, triumph, recognition of the truth, victory and triumph in your personal life, a better life. You're sitting on that horse, quite proud now of what you've achieved. Let's go through these quickly. One card of each for Libra, please, Sarah Elizabeth. Bring us the right card. Libra, an air sign, a cardinal sign, the matchmaker of the zodiac. You often put people together, you matchmake. You just haven't matchmaked very well for yourself, but you will. It's all changing. It's all changing. We've got here complacency. You became very complacent with your situation. You just carried on with it and just thought it would be fine forever. But then something started coming over you. You're getting older. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm getting older. I don't want to be complacent, become really old. When you get to a certain age, you start thinking, have I got 20 years of happiness? I've got 30 years. And you start looking at it with a different perspective, and that's what you've been doing. And you're not going to be complacent about your life ever again. Enlightenment is coming, brightness, a understanding that you can't live like that, an understanding that you need the sun, you need the sun's beams, you need the moon's beams, you need to be out there in nature, you need to be with people that make you happy, you need to be with people that become your sunshine. Oops, this one's popped out, vision. You've got a vision for the future and you're keeping your eyes right on it, and it is coming. So be optimistic about your vision. You know what you want and it's coming. Energy Oracle cards, my favourites. at moon time. That beautiful diamond there. There we go. Here we've got indecision. You are totally indecisive regarding this situation. You've got your cloak on there like the Black Widow, just being secure, and you are indecisive. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I let all this go? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? And now you're not taking decisions lightly anymore. In the past, you've just gone straight in, made a decision, and it's not always been for your benefit. Now you know you have to give a lot more thought to decisions, but there is a lot to leave behind. The person you're probably with is probably a very respectful, caring person. Won't be one of the cardinals. If he is, that explains why you don't get on. If he's an Aries, Libra or a Capricorn. There is something definitely very wrong with that relationship at the present time, and hopefully that's going to change. Or you're going to meet someone completely different, or maybe you have loved someone and it's ruined that relationship with that person. But there's a lot with that indecision that's coming to me about your situation, because you couldn't have what you want. You just decided to just opt for the lesser evil, but just for comfort and stability. But no one can settle. No one in this world can settle. If there's no love there, they can't stay. And here we've got a journey. You're on a journey to greater things. Look, you're on that bridge. You're on that bridge and you are walking, and you are not going to stop now until you get to the end of that bridge. I hope you can see that card. I hope I'm not holding it too high. I seem to tend to go up there for the camera, but maybe I need to be down here actually. Here's the journey. You're on that journey, and look at the beautiful surroundings, the light, the brightness. Your third one, Magician and the mirror. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror, and you're going to magic up this beautiful person that you're so proud to see. You will magic up your own life, Libra. Manifest. Manifest what you want. That film Practical Magic, she manifested the love of her life. Magic that up, or magic up the life you want, not this life that you're not happy with. You're the maker of your own destiny. But I do believe destiny and fate are there. I do believe you cannot. What is yours will never pass you by. You cannot bypass what is meant for you. What is meant for you will find its way to you. It will come and it will knock down everything like a bulldozer to get to you. So I really strongly believe in that. So you've got no choice but to shift the balance of things, Libra, to shift the goalposts. Here we've got opportunity to forgive. So whether it's an opportunity to forgive yourself, whether it's an opportunity to forgive the person that, let's read what it says. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. It's hit it spot on. The negative patterns that have been around your life, that resonated, the people that are resonating with this have had lots of negative patterns in their life. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. I think that's what Libras need. On that bridge, you are not only just walking towards a better life, you're walking towards better feelings, a better energy. And negative energy is now going. That negativeness you've been living in is going to be a much more positive energy. And I think Libra people have been living in a negative energy. And here we've got a creative project. I think your soul longs to express itself in creative ways, We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion around your life. So I think if you take up some creative endeavours in your home, paint rooms, paint pictures, you're going to become a much happier person, and your sanctuary is going to be so much more beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that reading, Libras. Can I now deal with Capricorn, my earth signs here? And I have actually never got on with Capricorns on a personal level until recently, and I became very friendly with a Capricorn person that I really get on with, so I take all that back. I think it's just personalities. It's not down to signs at all, but I think the mutables, cardinal and fixed, give us a better idea about what people are about. And of course we have to look at other placements. It's not just your sun sign, star sign, it is your rising sign, your moon sign, that's very important also. Capricorn, let's look at what this new moon means for you and what it's bringing in. Well, on May the 10th, Jupiter moved into Aries, and Jupiter moved into your house of home, Capricorn, and it said, right, you need to repair this home. Not only physically, because some things are broken physically, windows, doors or whatever, but emotionally. There's a lot of broken love in here, a lot of brokenness, a lot of sadness, a lot needs to be repaired. And so on May the 10th, you started repairing that. We're now on June the 29th. How far have you got? Let's look at your cards, past, present and future. And you won't stay there if you don't. You won't stay in that house, that home, if it doesn't get repaired, because you can't. It's like Libra, you can't stay there. The love's not there, you can't stay there, you can't pretend. Even if it is for financial gain or for a more comfortable life, in the end you can't pretend. Your first card is the Five of Swords. Your second card is the Seven of Swords. What did I tell you? Ooh. And your third card is the Nine of Swords. Wow, you've got all swords. Let's take your bottom card. Whoosh, it's a sword card as well. Gosh, so this is the Four of Swords. So it's all swords for you today, Capricorns, which is showing that that repairing is there's not a lot of repairing going on yet. We've got the Five of Swords here, where you're picking up your swords, you're trying to put things right, but it's all battles, argument, conflict in there. And so you're repairing, but not getting on very far. Here, you're feeling like really stuck. It's hopeless. You're tied up. You feel unproductive. You feel, is it worth it? Am I going to give all this up and get rid of it? And then here, you really wake up distressed, full of despair, hopelessness, anxiety. This is the Nine of Swords. You're actually not even enjoying sleeping, possibly in the same bed as someone you shouldn't be in. And it's getting to a point now where that's your past, your present and your future. Well, the future as the closest future during this Cancer season. And here we've still got anxiety, chronic stress. So there has to be a lot of repairing going on. Let's have a look at the tarot, my tarot oracle cards, my angel tarot oracle cards, and see what they say for Capricorn. And here we've got this one, it's still swords. So we have got a lot of heartbreak, sadness and grief going on. Now, whether you can repair that sadness, grief, heartbreak with the person you are living with or have been living with, or your person, we will have to see. Or is someone new going to come in? Let's see. Let's see what these say. Sorry, I've got some guests in the other room. We've got the moon here. So we've got important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. So release your fears, your insights. This Cancer moon is changing things for you. You're thinking things through and you're going to magic your own future. You're ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. And here we have Seven of Water. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. I hope you enjoyed that reading.